graveyard was silent, the kind of silence that pressed against your ears. As the new night shift guard, I patrolled the rows of tombstones, flashlight in hand. The job was simple: keep vandals out and make sure nothing unusual happened.
All right, guys, as you can tell, what you're about to learn today is not the usual recycled content that has been shared countless times across different channels. This is a new way to create content using updated tools. Forget ElevenLabs, forget Leonardo AI, Midjourney, or even Ideogram. And this comes from someone who loves Ideogram. However, if a creator isn't constantly seeking new tools to push their limits, they're simply recycling what they know for views. But not here and not me. Today, I'm not just teaching you about an automation niche that can make you money even without monetization. I'm teaching you how to be the best at it. But who am I to teach you? Well, I'm someone who created the best animated horror story on YouTube using AI a couple of months ago and earned $500 for it. You can check it out in the top right corner. This could easily be you if you had the patience to learn new skills, as I did, or watch some valuable tutorials that I create here every so often. Now, I'm not exaggerating. To this day, I haven't seen anything comparable from anyone else. Today, I'm going to show you a way to create even better content than that. Content that can compete with and outperform the big players in this automation niche, some of whom have made $25,000 in the last 14 days. So, without further ado, let me show you the quality of what you will learn to create if you have the patience to watch today's video.
I was hired as a graveyard guard at night. I soon realized that the position was constantly seeking new applicants because many employees were too scared to stay, or so I thought. The graveyard was silent, the kind of silence that pressed against your ears. As the new night shift guard, I patrolled the rows of tombstones, flashlight in hand. The job was simple: keep vandals out and make sure nothing unusual happened. But tonight, something felt off. Around 2 a.m., I heard it. A faint scratching sound, like nails on stone. I followed the noise to an old mausoleum. The door was slightly ajar. My heart raced as I pushed it open, revealing a coffin with its lid shifted. Inside, a skeletal hand clawed at the air. I stumbled back, dropping my flashlight. Suddenly, a voice behind me whispered, "Don't worry, he's just restless tonight." I spun around to see the day shift guard, grinning. "You're early," he said. "But since you're here, I'll introduce you to the others." The scratching grew louder as shadows emerged from the graves. I realized too late. I wasn't guarding the dead. I was guarding the living, trapped in a graveyard that never let them leave. I didn't wait to see more. I ran, abandoning my post, my keys, everything. I made it home, breathless but relieved. Somehow, I'd escaped whatever trap had ensnared the others. I collapsed into bed, telling myself I'd never go back. But when I woke the next morning, something felt off. A newspaper lay on my kitchen table, folded open to the classifieds. My eyes landed on an ad circled in red. Night shift graveyard guard needed. No experience required. Apply today. I stared at it, a cold knot forming in my stomach. My hands moved on their own, reaching for a pen. Before I knew it, I was filling out the application. My handwriting eerily familiar, as if I'd done it 100 times before. And maybe I had. Because as I signed my name, a memory flickered, a loop, endless and unbroken. I was hired as a graveyard guard at night. I soon realized that the position was constantly seeking new applicants because many employees were too scared to stay, or so I thought.
Now, I'm not going to lie to you, the horror niche is saturated. And to stand out, your content must excel in visuals, voiceover, and script. Today, I'll show you how to master all three in a new way. If you're short on time, at least stay to learn how to create emotional, professional voiceovers like no one has taught you before. Voiceovers that evoke terror and agony. Just look at Mr. Nightmare, who made $25,000 in 14 days by simply adding his voice to static images with just zoom effects. But you and I, we don't have that voice. So, to truly stand out, we need the full package if we want to succeed in this niche. So, stick around, and I'll show you how to make your videos unique. To create the script, we will use DeepSeek. After extensive testing, I discovered that it outperforms both Perplexity and ChatGPT in the horror niche. As you can see here, this is the prompt I used to write my previous horror story. Along with the results it generated, I also brainstormed additional ideas for this story, but the foundation was created by DeepSeek. Let's try again today and see what we get. We'll focus on the night shift horror category, as the demand for it is significant. So this time let's ask, write me a 1-minute horror story with a plot twist about a night shift as a McDonald's drive-thru worker, and see what it produces. Back with the results, and let me tell you guys, I read the story, and we hit the jackpot. The story can be used as it is. No additional brainstorming needed. I'm literally shocked that AI managed to deliver such impressive results, including a plot twist like this one. Now, I'm not going to read the entire story. I'll just scroll through it so you can read it at your own pace. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Am I exaggerating, or did you find it just as engaging? To generate the perfect horror story voice, we first need to know the qualities the ideal horror story narrator must possess. That's exactly what I asked Perplexity, and it provided some golden voice tone characteristics. I then took the first and third results, copied them, and pasted them into the new AI voiceover site called Hume AI, where you describe your narrator's voice to get the tone and feeling of your prompt. After that, I selected a short horror story for the script, pasted it into the script box, and hit Generate. Let's hear the voice together.
I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed."
As you can tell, the result perfectly matched our horror story narration needs. It captured the feeling, the tone, and even recognized the climax suspense moment at the end of the script, adjusting the voice's tone and volume exactly as we prompted above. Absolutely amazing. I'd also love to hear your thoughts about it in the comments. Now, because our script was short, we could generate and hear the voiceover directly from the homepage. However, if you have a longer script, you'll first need to import a small part of the script here to generate a voice you like. After that, you have to hit the Save This Voice button, add a name to the voice, and press the Playground button here. Then, add your longer script in the new box and hit Generate. Before we proceed to the next step, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Your support helps me continue sharing my research for free and keeps me bringing you new AI tools to help you monetize. Alright, here we have the short horror story from before, for which I have prepared 3 picture prompts to fit the narration. To generate the pictures from these prompts, we will use Kling AI. To do this, head over to Kling AI, click on the 3 lines in the interface, select the AI Images option, then enter the first picture prompt and hit Generate. But why should we use Kling AI? It's because Kling allows us to create consistent characters, which are essential for storytelling. I'll demonstrate how you can achieve this. Here we have the results from which we will use the second picture, as the faces are visible, and we need them for consistency. So, for now, download the picture as shown. Now, our second scene prompt is this one. However, this time, we don't just need a random boy. We need the boy to be the same as in the previous picture to ensure consistent professional storytelling. For this reason, you need to click the Reference Image button here and upload the picture we downloaded earlier. After uploading the image, press the Face Preview option, select the face of the boy, and hit Confirm. Set the reference strength to 50, and now, with this prompt, the boy will remain consistent with the first picture. Here are the results, and as you can see, consistency has been achieved. Now, for the third image, the prompt was this one. Using the same consistency method, let's generate and observe the results. As you can see, consistency has once again been maintained. To transform the images into a video, I've created 3 animation prompts to align with the narration. Since I've already generated the video, let's take a look at it first.
I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Daddy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Daddy, there's somebody on my bed."
Now, as you can see, all of these clips were generated using Kling AI's image to video option. For the first animation, the prompt was, "The kid talks to his dad." The second prompt was, "The kid, horrified, talks to the camera." Lastly, the third prompt was, "The kid transforms into the monster from the end frame and jumps toward the camera." To achieve these results for this animation, you need to generate 2 pictures. One, the first frame, should depict the kid on the bed, and the other, the last frame, should feature a monster-like figure sitting on the bed. And voila! The edits on CapCut were quite basic. I only added and positioned the voiceover to match the scenes, a free horror music track from Pixabay, which you can also access for free, and a monster scream sound for the jump scare, also sourced from Pixabay. For transitions, I used simple up and down camera movement transitions to align with the story. Regarding subtitle animations, I particularly liked and used the one called Expand, which fits perfectly with the horror niche. For the first horror story I showed you at the beginning, the edits were just as simple as the ones I showed you earlier, so there's nothing new to discuss here. Now that you know how to prompt and generate images and animations, here are all the prompts I used for this one, in case you want to create something similar. Feel free to pause the video and read them at your own pace.